Hello everyone and welcome back to another episode of Deja Vu Survival where we look at an old world with new eyes. My name is Glitch. Today we are going to work on getting some four-legged transportation to help us in getting around. Before we do that though, a quick Nether update. So it's been a few weeks since my last upload, mostly because life has been super busy as of late. At the time that I am making these videos, I am both working a full-time job and also a full-time student. And that means that sometimes I have to prioritize my time for projects and homework, which is a bummer, considering I really like making my content. That being said, I think I have everything together for our first foray into the Nether. And I would do that in this episode, but like I said last time, I have a promise to keep. My daughter loves Minecraft, and one of her favorite parts of the game is taming animals. In fact, her number one request for the devs is a list of animals, both current and suggested, that she would love to have added as both breedable and tameable mobs within the game. So, one aspect of taming that I promised her that I would do is that when I found a saddle, I would do an episode all about horse breeding and horse taming. Now, like I said earlier, when I was grinding for levels, I found a few saddles, and as you can see in this chest, these are just a few of the saddles I pulled up. One of the odd things about Bedrock Edition is the fact that saddles are considered a treasure item, and that means you can pull them up while fishing. So I think I can safely say that I have a saddle and a few spares besides. So grab your chaps, shine up your spurs, 'cause it's time for a roundup. Well, howdy everyone and welcome back. And I have to confess, I was really tempted to do a fun southern drawl, but I don't know that I could pull it off convincingly, so for now I think the cowboy outfit's the best I'm going to pull today. So to tame a horse, all you really need is a saddle. One other thing that can help is to have a few hay bales as well around as well. They aren't required, but you can craft them using 9 wheat, and once you feed them to the animal, it often will increase the chances of taming them quickly. Now, we don't have a horse at present. In fact, what we do have is our good friend Box, who wandered into our chicken coop one day and became our friend. So, let's go ahead and see what we can do with Box. So the first thing you want to do is go ahead and come up to the animal and just let them chow down. Oop. Oh, you don't want Box? You don't want some of these? Here. Uh-huh. It would appear that the hay bales don't exactly work on the donkey. All right, well, in that case, what we're going to do is, with a horse, you can feed them the hay bales and it will increase the chances. With a donkey, apparently, it does not. But nonetheless, walk up and you'll need to click on the animal with an empty hand. Let's go ahead and I'm going to move something out. You don't want these, so walk up to them and with an empty hand, click on them. You'll jump on their back. Now notice I have no control and they are moving around. Oh, and what you will see eventually is some heart particles. They appeared for very brief moment. Now, the box is officially tamed, but you'll notice right now I am spamming my W key on my WASD, and he is not moving. And if I sit here long enough, he will honestly just start wandering around on his own. So at present, he's tamed, but we don't have control. So the way you do that is you go into your interface, and then you go ahead and add the saddle. Now, Box is able to be controlled, and we can go ahead and direct him wherever we want. Now, one other thing that is really useful with a donkey especially, okay, let's go ahead and press shift to jump off. So now you can see he has the saddle attached, and he'll free roam around. He can't get out of here unless we open the gates. And with all horses and donkeys, you have to have two fence gates placed together for them to be able to go out. But once you do that, once you have them tamed, you can also um, have a few extra items that you can add to them. Now, one of the useful things with donkeys is if you take them and you right click on them with a chest, they get a set of saddlebags. And if you then hold shift again and click on them, you get a little extra inventory space. Which, incidentally, is why I called this guy Box. Later in the game, you have the opportunity to find a mob called a shulker, and their shells can be used to craft a shulker box, which is in essence an inventory within an inventory. It's a chest that you can then place within a chest. So, since Box is kind of the early game version of that, I thought it just kind of fit. So, only thing we have really left to do with him is let's go ahead and make it official. Box, you now have a name. So now that we have Box both named and tamed, I think it's time we go for a ride. Now, one thing I usually will I suggest to keep in your saddlebags is a couple of fence posts and a lead or two. Simply because as soon as you dismount from your horse or donkey, they will free roam and you might have your ride wander off on you. So, we're going to go ahead and take a ride around and see what's going on, except for the fact that I noticed that the sun's getting a little bit low, so I think I'm going to take a quick nap, and then we are going to start out fresh in the morning and see just what we can find out in the fields. I'll be right back. Alright, so here we are, all fresh in the morning and all armored up and ready to go. So let's go ahead and take a look and see what we can find. Let's get started. And here's someone who looks rather nice. Alright, let's go ahead and... Now, Box, so you don't wander off on us, let's grab a fence post. Pop that down. And... Alright, so now we hit... Look at this lovely lady. Hi! So do you want to come back and be part of us? Come on, let's go. Let's go. So I think we will take this this lovely mare home, and then go ahead and do that. Oops. Ah. Oh, you're still with me? Hey, come back here. All right. Come on, Box. Let's lead our new horse home. Still with us? Okay, let's take it wide and come on in. Come on in. Now I just want to shut one of the gates. There. So now that we found a horse, the process for taming them is just about the same as with the donkey. So let's go ahead and see if we can get her tamed next. Oops. Grab our... I forgot an extra saddle. Oh well. Let's grab that. Alright, so now, hello young lady, are you hungry? Oh wow, she didn't want anything. She was immediately tamed. So, let's go ahead and tame you. And now, we have a lovely maid. And since she is all decked out in beautiful white, a white coat, I think you look like a Misty to me. Or perhaps we'll go with Misty. Let's grab a name tag. Brought our anvil out here. It's quick. Misty. Now, check one other thing real quick. Aha! One other aspect of horses is they also have the ability to wear armor, where a donkey can only wear the saddlebags. A horse can wear armor. So first off, let's go ahead and name our little girl here. So Misty, there you go. And then let's go ahead and right click, hold shift and right click, and you'll see this slot right here for the armor. We're just going to place that on. Now, one of the cool parts with horse armor is you can dye this. We'll cover that later. Hello, wandering trader. I'm not interested today. So, I'm going to go ahead and take the armor off of her for now. And I think in the morning we will deal with... the morning and also out of the rain, we will deal with breeding these two. So I'm going to, once again, I'm going to go ahead and quickly take a, get some sleep so we can cut through the rain, and I will be right back. And good morning. Now last up, we're going to look at breeding horses. Now that can be a touch on the expensive side. Normally, animals are bred in Minecraft by feeding them whatever they like and give them enough and you'll get babies. Horses, however, require a special food in order to get them to breed. So to breed horses, you need at least 2 gold ingots and at least 2 carrots. So let's go ahead into the crafting bench, and what we're going to want to do is you're going to need to break the gold ingots down into nuggets. And then you will take the nuggets and surround them with the carrot and surround them with the nuggets, and that gives you 2 golden carrots. And let's go ahead and those out of my inventory. There we go. So then when you do this, you can go up to the horse and feed them. And since we only have Box and Misty, which, by the way, they still can be bred just like in nature. Since we only have these two, if you would breed a horse and a horse, you would get, of course, a pony. But since we have a horse and a donkey, when you breed them, you get a little mule. And I have to say, these guys are super, super cute. Now, like they're still tameable, and like Box, when this little guy grows up, he can wear saddlebags and a saddle as well, but he won't be able to wear horse armor, and he cannot be bred. So while we wait for this little fella to grow up, I think we're going to give him a name as well, and I think we're going to go ahead and name him Ardanil. Extra points to you if you can name the literary reference where that comes from. So while horses, donkeys, and mules are not as fast as a Elytra flight or as convenient as a well-planned Nether hub, they are nonetheless an excellent way to get around while you explore. And to be honest, they can also make a farmstead look more alive. Oh, before you think you're getting it, where do you think you're going, little fella? Let's go ahead and close that door before you sneak off on us. Oh dear. They nonetheless make a farmstead seem more alive as they just wander around and wander around their paddock and just look like horses. Let's go ahead and untie you. But they're also a really good way to get around as you explore this dimension. Now you may have noticed that I said exploring this dimension, and that is because next time we are going to be leaving this world behind for a little bit and heading to a place of danger, adventure, and lots of lava. That's right, we are going to the Nether. The early Nether snapshots and betas have started to roll out, so it's only a matter of time till we have the Nether update. And that becomes a reality. And while I'm super excited about those new features, I think it would be really cool to preserve a little slice of the past before the new stuff arrives. And that will give us a chance to look at another old world within this world with new eyes. If you enjoyed this video, please consider giving it a like, and also consider subscribing if you want to see more content like this. My name is Glitch, and I do hope I'll see you next time on the next episode of Deja Vu Survival. Thanks for watching.